Hi everyone, welcome back. So round 2. I did start recording an allied game, which I planned to, the first 2, but the the opponent for the other game, the allied game, resigned in the first round, which was kind of annoying, so I recorded my Russian turn, and that was it. he was gone, so I think for now I'll just upload this game, so a daily thing, if obviously we can keep the moves up. It depends on how fast this guy moves, but yeah, we'll try to. Yeah, it's disappointing, but yeah, I started 10 games, 10 placement games, and 2 of which have resigned already. They resigned the first day for no reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know what the issue was. It had like a really bad turn maybe, or I don't know. So very strange, but yeah. So we're 2 games down already. But for now, let's have a look back at this one. So what is the play? Just for the thing is, this is the problem with having a lot of games on the go. You start to forget what's happening each game and what your plans were, kind of thing. Which is why it's not. I wouldn't recommend doing more than 5. I'd say. That's the reason for my own personal rule, but it's a special occasion with the placement matches. So I'll just I'll go with it. I can familiarise myself with it as we go. But lots of so this is a very heavy infantry build for the Allied player here. Not a lot of artillery mixed in. A few tanks. This would be nice to take. I think what we could do. I don't think we have the firepower just yet to push into West Russia. We could do, because obviously his attack power is pretty low, but again, still that's a lot of infantry. There's going to be at least 22 infantry attacking. Backed up by tanks and planes, I think that's probably a bit risky given we don't have that many. We've got a decent number, but I think we need to be supported by more tanks and planes for that to be viable. I think I might instead push behind it. Let's get 2 artillery for a start, if that's for Karelia. I really would like to experiment with submarines in this kind of situation, because we know they're building for obviously landings. We've got 2 subs here. More subs would be nice to kind of, you know, try and harass the fleet a little bit, get them to spend more on naval boats, but I think for now we're just going to go for more tanks, I think. Let's bank that. Yeah, we'll bank the 4. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So we'll be fighting in this one at this point. Yeah, we'll lose that probably. I think there's not really much we can do about it. Here is interesting though. I don't think there's... What I'll do, I'll stack it as far as I can. I'll get this infantry over here, at least what we left it for. And with this infantry as well, so we're going to have a bit more of a defence. It's going to be pretty tough though. But we'll try it. Let's just go... I do want to push behind this Archangel though, just force him to sort of maybe think about moving troops back there. I want to take Caucasus first, and that's normally my plan, so I'm going to start moving things down that way with that intention. Obviously he's got no attack power really apart from in Russia, so if we're massing troops in Ukraine, it's not going to be too much of a problem for us, because obviously we can't attack with that much without losing, you know, valuable troops themselves. So yeah, I think we'll sort of make a play for Ukraine with a view to going into the Caucasus, because once Germany controls this, it's really good, because then they can start building 4 infantry per turn here, obviously to get a nice buffer for the actual final attack on Russia. So yeah, we'll make a play for that. In terms of attack moves though, is that pretty much all we want to do? I think that's probably going to be it, really. Fairly quiet turn, I think. So, let's see what we can do here. The problem with moving those subs away is obviously if he chases me with destroyers, I'm going to be defending on a 1 as opposed to obviously they're attacking on a 2. So I think it favoured me to stay in that position. We did a destroyer. We killed the destroyer, so it's not too bad. Archangel. Yeah, we're in there. That's the main thing. We start flooding guys down this way. Let's push everything we have in here. Move you guys up. I'm gonna move. Okay. So yeah, pretty clear intentions what I'm going to go for here. I think if he defends the Caucasus, I'll just push into West Russia because we're going to have a lot of troops by that point. I think enough to probably defend. Yeah, that should be okay. Happy with that. Yeah, we'll have a lot of infantry by that time. Over 10 infantry, way over 10 infantry. It's a lot of tanks, so him attacking West Russia, if I take it, wouldn't be practical with what he's got. Okay, looks good to me. Alright, overall this game, we're doing okay. I think I'm fairly happy with the way things are going. We've prepped nicely for the Indian attack, which is good. Again, I'm keen to see what he does with the troops in Egypt, because he's got a lot of available troops there to move around. Obviously, him attacking me there, I think, favours me. Because obviously going to be defending with 2s as opposed to attacking on 1s. But it's going to be fairly decent battle, I think. He has moved his fleet up there, which is interesting. Okay. I think the play there probably is just to reinforce Japan. I can let it. Because, yeah, he's got one transport. Yeah, a few planes, yeah. But apart from that, not too much. I think just a full stack of 4 infantry, 4 artillery should be enough to hold that. No problem. We'll blitz through here. Mop this up. And then we'll drop everything we can off into Burma. And then it should be round 3, India falls, I hope. And we can start working on grinding away Russia. But yeah, it's looking alright. Looking alright, this one. Alright, anyway, yeah, I'll see you for the Japanese turn. Okay, let's check the board. So we lost a couple of things in Europe. Not a big problem. The fleet here is kind of concerning, I suppose. It's quite early to have that kind of fleet, but yeah, it's alright. It's alright. This is also interesting. He's gone for like a pretty early attack with the Americans. Now this is not really a danger to me either because we've got the fleet to overpower that fleet. He can't take, as long as I stack Japan properly, he can't take that in one move. So that's safe. Yes, what I think I'll do, let's just do 2, 3, maybe even 1 fighter. Obviously, we're picking up these 3 infantry, 3 artillery to move down to Burma this turn, so we need to make sure we have enough to guarantee a win if this fleet attacks, which it probably will do. Well, maybe. We'll see what he does, but I'm going to leave Japan open, basically, so I'm going to move the fleet down with all the transports. What's nice about the sea zones around Asia is, even if this fleet is going to be sitting here, I can still, next turn, counterattack anywhere in Japan. I think that should be good. I'm thinking another fighter there just purely because if we're going to go for another attack, if you just go for a move down here, we'll have a spare fighter to throw into the battle as well, just to make sure we come out on top. Yeah, let's do that. That looks good to me. Alright, combat move. Let's roll. So 2 and 2 in Sichuan and Xinjiang. Combat move, I think that's probably about it. You could go for a bombing on India, but I don't think it's necessary. Because they're not going to have enough IPC anyway to keep up. Unless they really do start shipping things in from elsewhere. Fighters, I mean. They won't have enough to defend against all this anyway, so you don't need to risk a bomber being taken out by the end of the complex. So I won't go for the bombing. I think it says actually combat though, that's about all we can do. Fairly simple. Double checking, yeah, looks good. No problems there, right. So let's get you guys moved out. It's time to mass. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put the fleet, the planes in the water with the the fleet, because obviously if I want to counterattack, if I want to sort of attack the American fleet if they're moving to Japan, I want them available with moves to spare. So we'll put them with the fleet down there. Everything else comes down. So yeah, we'll let the. In fact, is there actually space for 6 fighters in the water? No, just 2. Okay. Cool. Double checking everything's moved out. Good. Yeah, so not really a too complex move, that one. What have I done here? What have I made a mistake somewhere? Okay, sorry. Messing up my move there. Okay, apart from that, we're good to go. So that, as the allied player, looks pretty intimidating. We've got 6 fighters, bomber, 8 infantry, 6 artillery, plus we're going to be shipping out, using a transport to grab these guys from the East Indies and putting them in the fight as well. Assuming we don't go for an attack on America, we'll also have bombardments to do, so that's going to fall next turn, unless he does something drastic, which is, yeah, it's going to fall. He needs to reinforce with Russia, I think, to hold that now, which obviously he won't do, because we're knocking at the gate. But what I'm expecting to happen now is America to move in somewhere, possibly even up here, take this away maybe, I don't know. With a feeling risky balls in them might go for like Manchuria possibly, but if they move in their day, they're dead. They've got no chance of winning that. They've got too much firepower. I guess the problem is, I think he might have to do that, because if he doesn't, all these planes are going to be going into an India attack. If he moves the fleet here, I will have to go and kill it, but it's going to mean delaying the attack for a round, so that I can't risk. I need to be able to take India cleanly, and without the fighter support there, that's not going to happen. So it doesn't really matter. We can wait. So we can always pick up more troops from Japan and then come back. It's not a problem. That'll be an American fleet dealt with anyway, so yeah, that'll be fine. But yeah, looking good. Looking good. Obviously, the victory cities looks a bit weird now because we lost these 2, but it's not really a concern. The balance of power is more what you should go on. It's looking decent. Russia's looking alright. I think we plan to go into West Russia next turn, which I still plan to do, and then with a view to hitting the Caucasus afterwards. Should still be the prime. I think we'll also have to make sure we reinforce Germany. I think that's probably going to be the last of the tanks I move up towards Russia, because we need to be spending now on securing this side of the empire. I can't risk losing a grip on France. It's interesting though that the Americans are not committing to the Pacific. You can see that they've built on the east side, so this would be the last of the fleet I think that's going to go this way, then the rest will be put over here. So once we've dealt with this fleet here, we shouldn't have any more problems from the Americans. But yeah, looking good, looking good. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.